it's amazing to me, just again, reading stories like this and seeing I mean, Jim Kelly, Steve Young, Reggie White, Doug Flutie, Herschel Walker, Mike Rozier, all people.
Sam Mills.
Right, who played in the USFL, just for starters. And the coaches, too, that were there as well. Like legitimate, serious, big-time coaches who were either previously head coaches in the league or became head coaches.
George Allen, Chuck Fairbanks, Jim Mora. On and on and on. Hugh Campbell,
Correct.
John Hadel. Yeah.
How did this not work? How did the USFL not work, Jeff?
I mean, the first year was '83. They lost a lot of money, but the idea was it's going to be spring football, and you're going to lose money at the beginning. But it's a startup, and that's what's going to happen. And to be honest, and this isn't a political statement, but this is what happened. Donald Trump bought the New Jersey Generals heading into the second season, and in the lead up to buying it, he said, "I love the USFL. USFL is great. I love this league." As soon as he gets the Generals, we need to move to fall. This is embarrassing, blah, blah, blah. He had a secret meeting in the Pierre Hotel with Pete Rozelle, the NFL commissioner at the time, paid for the suite, and said to him, I don't really care about the USFL. I want an NFL franchise. What do I have to do to get in the NFL? Basically offering to throw the USFL under the bus if it meant he could get an NFL team. And Rozelle said to him straight up, as long as I'm the commissioner of this league, as long as my family has anything to do with this league, you will never be a part of the NFL.
What he told him to his face?
Told him to his face in a meeting at the Pierre Hotel. And Trump, say what you want. The guy's resilient. He is. He does not stop.
That's for sure.
He convinced the other owners in USFL that fall, the TV deal that would be waiting for them in fall would be massive. And he lied and said that he had meetings with all these fall executives and TV executives, and they were really excited about it. And he was the owner of the biggest franchise in USFL. Washington, it kind of failed. LA, it kind of failed. Chicago, it kind of failed. New York, they had a contract with ESPN and ABC. They had to have a New York franchise. So Trump had an, overvalued sort of presence. Mm-hmm. He convinced the other owners to move to fall. They famously sued the NFL. He guaranteed the other owners they would win the lawsuit. He guaranteed they would win.
And they did.
They won $1.
Times 3.
They could have won $1.3 billion. They won $3.
Okay, so let's put that aside for a quick second. So, do you think now? Again, this is nothing to do with politics at all. Zero to do with politics. Do you think that any of the NFL bashing that the president is currently doing was born out of the moment in that Pierre Hotel meeting that you just told me about? That the NFL said you will never be part of this league.
Oh, I mean, it's preposterous. I mean, he tried buying the Baltimore Colts in 1980 and failed. He met with Pete Rozelle, failed. He said he would sue the league, failed. Tried buying the Buffalo Bills, failed. Put in a half-baked effort to get the New England Patriots, failed. For a guy who hates the NFL, he has made repeated efforts to get in the NFL. And I always think that's kind of telling. Also, when he was the owner of the Generals, and this has been documented, he did business during the national anthem. He would be on calls during the national anthem. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure both of us have worked in press boxes during the anthem where you have a call or something, it happens. Mm-hmm. But the whole idea that this is about patriotism is, to me, it's just laughable.
Football for a buck, the crazy rise and crazier demise of the USFL, the author Jeff Pearlman here. But that said, Trump said we will win a lawsuit, and he did. But did anybody see coming the possibility that the damages that they would receive would be one singular American dollar that gets trebled because of the rule?
The check still exists.
Where is that check right now?
Right now, I think it's at the Pro Football Hall of Fame because they have a USFL exhibit right now. It's usually in a bank vault in Memphis. Because the number 2 guy in the league was a guy named Steve Earhart, and he got the check, and he keeps it.
He never cashed it.
No, never cashed it. It's great.
A $3 check.
It was. I think it's $3.76 to be precise.
Why did it get? Why was it only $1?
Oh, so basically what happened is
because if it was a serious amount of money, USFL would have survived. Would have absolutely survived.
So basically what happened is this trial goes on, and what they were suing the NFL for, what they were saying is, the NFL was monopolizing television, and the NFL was plotting to destroy the USFL. Both those things were 100% true. The NFL was monopolizing fall TV, and they did have these documents talking about what do we need to do to kill this league. Because if you remember, the USFL got 3 straight Heisman Trophy winners, Herschel Walker, Mike Rozier, Doug Flutie. They stole Doug Williams from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They stole Brian Sipe. They got Herschel Walker. Like, it was on and on and on.
What do you mean stole?
No, by stole. Stole is the wrong word. Like, Doug Williams is a perfect example. He was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer quarterback. I think it was the 48th highest paid quarterback in the NFL. At the time, there was no unrestricted free agency. There was nowhere to go. Hugh Culverhouse he hated, and Hugh Culverhouse refused to trade him. He had nowhere to go. Well, the Oklahoma Outlaws come along and say, we'll pay you money to come here. Great. The NFL viewed this all as an attack on the NFL. Like they saw it strictly as this. They are attacking us. They're making this hard on us. Salaries are skyrocketing because we have to match. So the NFL is going out of their way to kill off the USFL. They want it gone. And they have this lawsuit. And the jury decides, you are right. The USFL is correct. The NFL is monopolizing TV.
Yes.
I mean, the NFL is monopolizing TV. The NFL is going out of its way to kill the USFL. But, and I interviewed one of the jurors about the trial, it was fascinating. But the USFL is its own worst enemy, and moving to fall is stupid. They had they hired an outside research group to present to they paid $600,000 for a marketing group to present league owners about fall versus spring.
Yeah.
And this woman gave this long presentation to all the USFL owners gathered around a table and said, the dumbest thing you can do is move to fall. And Donald Trump was the first one to stand up and say, you're full of crap. We need to move to fall right now. It was just preposterous.
So when you interviewed the juror, why did they come up with $1? Why did they do that?
Well, she said they had to. The NFL was guilty, but the NFL didn't actually do anything to cause USFL's ultimate plight. So they gave a reward to them because they were right and guilty, but they just decided to give the minimum reward.
But that's like, hey, I'm going to, I appreciate this,
I get it.
Like, I don't appreciate the service, but I know I got to tip you. Here's 10 cents.
That's basically what it was. Honestly, that's basically what. And the best part is Donald Trump is sitting in the courtroom, and John Mara was the owner of the Giants at that point.
Oh, sure. Still.
And he's sitting next to Donald Trump. And John Mara opens up his suit jacket, pulls out his wallet, takes out a dollar bill, and hands it to Trump. It's like the greatest moment ever.
So no wonder he loves bashing the NFL. I mean, this is the ultimate revenge play, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about,
30 years in the making.
Absurdly rich people battling it out.
Right.
Oh, man.
It's crazy.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.